there are some things that I don't believe in that my liberal friends might stab me over. So,
right.
like,
which, I mean, you kind of just said it yourself.
Yeah.
You just said that one side isn't going to stab you, and you said the other side will stab you. Right here, ladies and gentlemen.
The middle. No.
Got them.
No.
Got them.
Damn.
Got them.
Damn.
Finally got them.
I like to care, but I don't know. Your words can't shake my bones, though. I'm stronger than you know. Your fire can't melt my soul. No.
Do a little chatting.
Yep.
Piss a few people off. A lot more than a few, probably. Everyone.
We're going to piss a lot of people off, but I think we're going to also make a lot of people happy because we're going to say what they want to say, what they're thinking. We're going to say the quiet part out loud.
If you don't find something to relate to, like, get out of here.
Get out.
Look right in the eyes. Get out. I'm just kidding.
Bye.
In the shadows, I found my light. In the chaos, I found my fight.
We're excited to announce that we're partnering with GhostBed. Their mattresses are crazy comfortable and super cool, literally, thanks to their patented cooling technology. And they ship right to your door. If you're ready to level up your sleep,
head on over to ghostbed.com/unfiltered for 10% off their already insanely low prices.
Scary low. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered and Unfazed. I'm your host, Tessa.
I'm Heather.
Yeah, so I feel like there's just like a lot of things going on right now. Which, when aren't there? But right now,
shit's weird now, I'll tell you that.
I'll say, yeah, I got a new vape.
Oh, that's nice. You got a new vape?
Yeah, that's how crazy things are right now.
Oh, yeah. I just chain smoke like 20 cigarettes every day.
Yeah. It's crazy because like what is there that we can actually do? Like, I guess turn off our phones.
Oh, I was like, wait, what?
About anything.
Yeah, I've heard of people actually doing that.
Yeah.
They're doing this like unplugged thing, like outside of, Sabbath or any kind of religious reasons. They're literally like logging. I'm talking not just turning off their phone, like logging out of Instagram, Facebook, deactivating, like needing a mental break.
I used to do that every single year up until I started doing lashes because I had to be online for that. I don't really have to anymore considering like I'm comfortable where I'm at. Like I'm not. Yeah. But I would start every year, January, delete all of my social medias. By the way, this is why I have like maybe 6 friends from like high school.
You
deleted everything. And I would just see how long I could go without it. A lot of times I wouldn't re-download it until summer.
When Logan's dad died, I did that for a little bit. I think I logged out for like a week or two because I needed a break. And it was helpful. I mean, but then it's like you log back in and it was like I wasn't like, oh, I feel refreshed and better. Like it's still, you log back in and you're still sucked into
you're hopping right back into the exact same mess
that is social media.
Yeah.
But
it's
so
crazy.
I have seen that. I have a couple of friends that said they're like, I need to log out, except like they have like a business page. They're like, I have to be in that, but I'm not scrolling at all.
Oh yeah, no.
It's just like
I've done a really good job about making sure that my algorithms are like I'm very, very protective over my algorithms. Like I don't even like when I'm researching stuff, like I like to keep that separate than like my regular stuff. So if I'm like doing like research, I'll go on like my other accounts or like whatever, just to look stuff up so that I don't have to be like
bombarded with everything.
Bombarded is the only word for it because it's literally like it's like if it's not one thing then it's another. Like literally this morning I saw like 7 things that are world ending, life changing, and I'm like, that's not like healthy.
Well, you know how it is, like you click on one. It doesn't even take multiple.
Right.
One.
Yeah.
Like I saw one that I thought was funny, and it was like, if you're the side chick, it was like one of those like talking shit, and it was like kind of like, if you're the side chick, like you're just as bad as like the guy that's cheating, like if you're knowingly. And it was like, it was like, and I hovered over it because I was like reading it, and it was like, obviously I was thinking about my past, but it was like, you're always like the downgrade. I don't know, like all this stuff. And now my whole like 5 minutes after, my whole algorithm was like, fuck men,
like side chicks
are nasty, and I'm like, oh my god. It didn't take long to like reconfigure, because I just like stopped, but I was like, oh my god, I literally didn't even like save it, like it, share it. I hovered over, I read the words on it,
but they track where your eyes are going,
like, and they know how I stopped on that for like 5 seconds.
I've been thinking about getting a razor.
Oh,
like a old school razor, like literally not like only having like this kind of touchscreen access on my iPad, like razor. If I'm out, if you need me, text me, call me. Right. I know how to do the I
just saw a study that said children that have smartphones specifically, not just flip phones, smartphones specifically before the age of 13 are 90% higher to have mental health problems. I think it might even be 100.
I saw it too.
It was like 80 to 90%. And I think it might be in the 100 range.
Yeah.
Like you're going to have more problems, period. I don't care.
Human brains. This is why, to jump right into a conspiracy theory.
Right.
This is why I believe that time travel exists already.
Do you?
Yes. And recently.
I didn't know that.
Well, this is a recent development. Okay. So I spend a lot of time thinking, and I feel like people don't do that. I don't know. Like for some reason, like people just want to not think, and that's why we get caught up in all these
research.
Yeah. I'm like, so I spend a lot of time thinking, and if I have a thought and I'm like, ooh, I don't know the answer to this, I like search for that answer.
Right. And you don't just go off of the first thing that makes sense to you.
Exactly.
That's what
confirmation bias. Yeah. Confirmation bias is a big thing.
Okay, I need to look at all sources. I need to look at things.
Right. 100%. And so what my thought process is about this, right? So there was a point of time during the, I think, Industrial Revolution, where all of the sudden, like technology just started advancing at such a rapid pace that it's like, what? Our human brains couldn't keep up with it. Something that I find so interesting is that the jump from technology between 1995 and 2005. Okay. In 1995, people still didn't have cell phones that they were carrying around. Like they did, but it wasn't, not everybody did. Like it was more so like, pagers were a big thing, but it wasn't like, but even like having, like you had to pay to text, like all of that. Right. But by 2005, we have iPhones.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that we advanced that much in 10 years and we have not since then advanced further than that. So what I think is time travel exists because somebody went back in time to around, I don't know, let's say 2001. And then they introduced this technology under the guise of, it's good for everybody to be connected all the time, which
is not
the case.
Is not.
And I do think that there are a lot of events that happened maybe in that year, maybe, in September, that like really made people feel the need to be connected to one another. And so it was a perfect time to capitalize on the advancement of technology in terms of smartphones.
Yeah.
And smartphones they're called smartphones. Why would it have to be named that? Why would it have to be named a smartphone if you didn't want people to think it was to help you be smarter?
Right.
It's not. It's literally
or that
taking
it's
away.
Smart.
Exactly. It has literally taken away our ability to do critical thinking.
100%.
Like I literally one of my clients, I have a lot of mother-daughter clients, right? Some mother-daughter are older, some younger, but this one happened to be like a younger daughter, mother.
Okay.
Anyway, so the daughter's like 10th grade maybe. And we're talking about, ChatGPT. Like I'm like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like I love ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I use it for like recipes. I use it for this or whatever. And the mom and I are like talking because I'm like right in the middle of them essentially. And so the mom and I are talking and like the daughter and I are talking and we're like, oh yeah, well I use it for this, whatever. And the daughter goes, well, I just use it when I don't know what decision to make. And I go, oh my God, what? And I go,
not a decision-making tool.
I was like, maybe don't do that. I was like, maybe like you can use it to make a pros and cons list and then make a decision based on that.
Right.
But I was like, but
let's not have it make decisions for you.
Exactly. But I think that was the point.
Yeah.
Like, I literally think that was the point. And I think that after like we had such like a national tragedy, it would be the perfect time to start implementing that. Because why do we need an iPhone 17? Why do we need an iPhone 37? Why do we need, why is this the thing that we as a society have continually developed and like really gotten into, whereas like, you know, we still don't know how to cure cancer, but we're on the 67th iPad?
That is a great question.
Right.
They don't even know how to treat the common flu.
No, they have to guess every year.
Tamiflu, but Tamiflu doesn't even treat it. It helps lessen the symptoms. You have to take it literally within 24 to 48 hours of onset of symptoms. So you have to rush to a doctor that's never available and be like, give it to me right now. Hurry, right. Or else it doesn't work.
Right.
Then it has to be for hopefully the right strain. Then it doesn't even cure it. It doesn't stop it. It just helps mitigate and lessen the symptoms a little bit, and hopefully it ends faster.
Yeah.
So a virus, a common cold or virus, they say, you know, take some Advil, take some over-the-counter meds, deal with it.
Right.
They can't figure out that.
Yeah. So, but we have like, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
So we have Oculus 4 now. Like, so we're doing VR, but we can't here's honestly, I'm just really mad that we don't have flying cars yet. I'm going to be so real about that.
They lied to us.
It would be so, listen, all you would have to do, no, you wouldn't. You would just have to capitalize on the rebar that you put in the roads already and use a magnification device that's opposite as the one in the ground so that people would hover above. We would have flying cars. It's already built into our system. Anyways,
I think that it would be people are not ready for those.
You know what? People aren't going to be ready for
I don't think people are ready for cars.
I'm ready for them. I'm just like, we would have like so much less traffic.
I always picture Star Wars and just things flying crazily everywhere. And it's like,
it would be exactly like that.
It would be exactly like that. But people are not advanced. Humans, their brains are not advanced enough to be able to handle something.
I'm literally like we can't even handle an iPhone.
I think humans have gone backwards.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that.
100%. Even the way they speak is unintelligent.
This is what I think. I don't think humans have gone backwards. I think humans have hit a standstill because we have literally cannot process the things the information that we are intaking. We're constantly in a state of high chaos cortisol and chaos and all of this stuff because of everything we're seeing on social media all the time.
Have you ever heard, like, I think it was Bradley or someone brought up, like, have you ever heard someone speak on TV in like the 1950s? Okay, let's just use the 1950s. They're not only are their voices, but
transatlantic
way that they speak is so much more intelligent.
Right.
They're very well spoken.
You can
and now we talk
what
like
they're saying.
Degenerates.
Yeah.
It's like, why if so much technology and so many things and education has advanced, why are we speaking the way we speak now?
Right.
And they spoke well. I mean, they were well spoken. Actors, actresses, you watch movies and you're like, geez, wow, they're like classier and they just speak well.
Well, I do honestly, I'm going to be so real. I think a huge part of that is that people were keeping their private lives private.
Oh, yeah.
That's a huge part of that. I do feel like with social media, one of the other things that has really like exacerbated the symptoms is people, like we were talking about, like Burning Man, radical inclusion, radical acceptance, all of that stuff. And while I do think that there is a place for everyone, especially like Jesus loves everyone, that's great. However, there are certain things that are supposed to remain within your intimate partnerships. Right. And not everyone needs to know about, not everything needs to be normalized.
Right.
Because guess what? A lot of times when people have sexual fantasies, it directly relates to the traumas that they've been through.
Yeah.
And I've been through some crazy traumas and it makes me like some crazy things. Okay. Yeah. And if I just talked about that to the general public, they'd be like, that's weird. Yeah, it is weird. And that's why it's supposed to be between me and my partner.
Right.
Like, it's not supposed to be something that's like, hey, everyone, normalize.
Well, everything has to be
normalize.
You have to normalize things now.
I was trying to think of something crazy. Normalize leashes. I don't know.
That is. What do you mean? You can't.
Well, I don't like that. I don't like, and time and place. Like, you know, if you want to do.
Oh no. I just.
Okay, we have to stop recording. You don't. No, I'm just kidding.
My ADHD fidget thing is dropped on the floor now, and I must not be able to function. Yes.
Don't forget
going
you
to touch my puff.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're back in. Locked back in.
Locked back in. We're good. Can proceed.
Second ADHD object activated.
Oh my god, I need a fidget spinner.
But yeah, no, I think that's like a big thing, and like, there's a lot that I want to talk about that I've seen recently, but I'm also like actually like afraid to talk about it on the internet because
we don't fear.
Well, it's not that like I'm afraid of the consequences of it. It's that I'm afraid people are not ready to hear what I have to say. Like I talk to my friends about stuff like this and it's totally fine, like, but not that you guys aren't my friends. I'm sure that you are. I'm sure that a majority of you guys watching are actually.
We're trying to build the besties.
Right.
That's what I said. I want to do more. I want.
Sorry,
I'm more of like the Bunny, Trish, girly.
I love Trish.
Following.
I love Trish. Anyways, I love Trish.
I mean, we love. I mean, if you're a man, you can definitely listen. But
yeah, 100%. 100%. It's just here's the thing that I have like come to understand. Like, men and women are different. Like, and I think they just are.
Yeah.
And I think that's totally fine. Like, there's some things that I don't want to like.
That's nature.
There's nothing wrong with that. Like,
they're supposed to be different.
Here's what I can say, pop culture reference wise, that without like fully expressing my opinion on exact things. Some people that I've been in agreement with lately that I never thought that I would be like 100% on the same page is like, why am I publicly agreeing with like Candace Owens? Why am I publicly agreeing with Jeffree Star? Why am I publicly agreeing with Leo Skeppy? Because
it doesn't matter what side you're on, and that's the whole problem. Is it doesn't matter what side they're on, you're on. It's about common sense and common
and it's all of these people that are exactly
compassion. Like, that's the thing is my pastor's really been hitting on that lately about not being on political sides. Like literally, they're like, in his eyes, he's like, there's no such thing as red and blue in the church, at least.
Well, like, there shouldn't be.
Right. He's like, what there is the gospel.
Right.
And what the gospel doesn't want is division. So let's just leave it at that.
Correct.
But with that being said, he's also like, I also don't agree with celebrating death or, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
with that being said, at church, there was like, I don't know if you saw that post I made, there was like a little crazy little moment. So everybody's on high alert, naturally. And especially, in certain situations and areas and certain spaces.
Yeah. Basically any space that you were trying to be yourself.
Right. So like, this is the weekend after everything happened, and Tyler, obviously from, military and police work, is always like head on a swivel.
Right.
And he keeps looking over and I'm like, what? And he's like, this guy is a little squirrely. He's making me a little uncomfortable. Why would I pick that aisle to be in, mind you?
You would pick that aisle to be in.
There's hundreds.
You swear you don't love drama. No,
hundreds of rows. Literally. And I pick this one.
Yeah.
No one else is in it, mind you.
Yeah.
This guy, 6 seats, me, Tyler. And I was like, wow.
No, literally.
How and why?
Yeah.
And I know why.
Yeah.
We do know why.
Wait.
Oh, I needed to.
Yeah, I didn't have the
there's a reason why, and that's because we observe and we're observant.
Yeah.
And so that's why. And I didn't know that at the time, but I was led to sit right there for a reason.
Right.
So anyways, he's like, this guy's making me uncomfortable. So then now I'm like, well, now I am. So I'm like looking over and I'm like, this guy's sitting there with a backpack. He's acting real square. I'm talking like on his phone like this, looking around, getting up, physically up, sitting back down, staring at his phone the entire time, going into his backpack. And I was like, please, no, I can't handle this right now. And again, I don't know I still think he would have noticed him, but the extent that it made us uncomfortable may have not been as high, but I still think he would have been like, what's this guy's deal?
Right.
So, I'm just like sitting there and I'm just like starting to get more and more uncomfortable because I'm thinking about, I'm not going to say where the children are, or I'm never going to tell anybody what church we go to or even hint it. But they are in another area in that building.
Right.
And I'm starting to think, all right, I don't like that.
Right.
I don't have my eyes, even though they have
like
people that have eyes. Well, and lots of, you know, I'm
There's
still like,
lots of safety
I'm about
precautions when it has to come to kids in church.
Yeah.
Like,
so I was like, I started like devising plans in my own head. And so I'm kind of, I just know Tyler's like this, like staring at this poor guy.
Right.
But with reason, if you're going to act like a weirdo, I mean, what's your deal?
Right.
So I gotta go to the restroom. So like in the middle of, it was still like during the singing, I got up, I went to the restroom, and I come out of the restroom, and who's standing there? The deputy.
Oh, I thought
no, dude, I probably would have just been like, it's my moment.
No, literally,
but
I had a brief. You briefly told me about this before, but for some reason, I really thought you were going to say that guy was out there.
And the deputy that's working the detail there is standing there, and I was like, look, I gotta talk to you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I hate it because I'm judging this person right now.
Right.
I get it. I said, but
yeah,
let's talk. And then the two other security guards, or they call them like the watch guards.
Yeah.
Walk over, and they have like earpieces in and stuff. And I was like, here's the deal. My husband. And they were like, yeah, they like know he was a cop and stuff. I was like, he's on high alert right now, as should everyone be. But I'm like, he's really uncomfortable with this guy. And they were like, white male, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, white male with a white backpack. And they were like, yeah. They're like, it's not the first time. And he's made people uncomfortable before. And we've seen him before. But he's acting a little squirrely today.
Right.
And so they were like, we're aware. But we didn't know. They weren't aware enough, which also bothered me. Because I was like, so you're aware, you need to be on his ass. I don't care if that's wrong.
Yeah.
This is a situation. So I said, I don't want to be the one that didn't say anything. And they were like, you did the right thing. Absolutely 100%. Then one of the watch guards goes and sits behind this guy.
Yeah.
And now they're like, what they're doing though is like, one guy went up and he was just staring at his phone. So they were doing some scripture, and they handed him a Bible.
Yeah.
Kind of like, hey man, we have some extras if you want one. And he just said, okay, and set it down on the chair next to him.
Yeah.
So he was trying to almost engage with him to kind of get like,
it's like whenever you think someone's stealing in a store, and you're like, hey,
how are you doing? Do you need help? You doing okay today?
Let me help you. Let me hold the bag for you.
Or like the school kid that's acting a little squirrely, and you're like, how we doing today?
But actually, okay? I have to say about that thing specifically, like, I feel like school shootings didn't really get as big as they were until like 2018.
Well, when was Columbine?
Well, yeah, Columbine was 1998, but
that was 98.
I'm pretty sure.
Holy mackerel!
I'm pretty sure. Wait, let me, because I just like.
But so anyway, he gets up a couple times. He goes in his backpack a couple times, and I'm just like, dude, I'm borderline like, do we leave? Right? I'm like, do we leave? And then I thought to myself, you know, if I feel like this is getting like out of hand, I will leave. I'm not going to stand there and put myself at risk.
Right.
So, you know, because I was thinking the whole like faith over fear thing, but I was also like, if I'm put right here for this reason and me and Tyler are noticing this guy, I'm also not going to be like,
yeah, like, and especially you as someone who is, sorry, I did send you something.
Okay.
But it's that what we were talking about earlier about the political test. Yeah,
okay,
it's a political test, guys. I sent it to her. Just to, because I feel like that's another thing is people don't even understand what they believe or why they believe or where that puts them.
Right.
I think that a lot of people just grab onto a label and they think.
Wait, we'll get to that. We will get to that because I want to touch on that.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah. Finish yours results, and then we'll.
And your results.
Yeah.
So.
Put a pin in that.
Long story short, I mean, obviously nothing happened.
Yeah.
But now they're on him. Like, if somebody was going to do something, they might have been like, I literally have these people like standing around me, sitting behind me, next to me, watching me. I'm sure he felt it.
Yeah.
You know, there's an actual sheriff there, sheriff's deputy.
And I do think that's
which I'm not. I almost said the county, and I was like, nope, you ain't gonna find out anything.
There is a blah 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 county. There's a.
And when I told him, I was like, are you the deputy that usually works the detail here? He was like, are you I was like, oh no, because he was like,
yeah,
why are you using this
lingo? Why are you saying that? The detail. What do you know about
he kind of looked at me like,
no,
what? Like, huh?
What details do you know about? No, literally.
Like, but so I felt right for doing it, and obviously, like I said, nothing happened. Do we know if something was going to happen? I don't know. We'll never know. They can't just walk up to this guy and like pat him down.
Let me check your bag.
Yeah. And I was like, but can they? Why can't they?
Yeah,
but you can't just do that to anybody. Could
exactly.
There has to be boundaries, and there has to be
and
due cause.
I do think that based on the data and evidence that we have, someone like that, is someone that we need to be a little wary about right now.
Yeah,
and like,
sorry.
Unfortunately, you know, it just is what it is. And
I'm not going to be the person that's like, no. I was like, no, I'm going to say something. And I wasn't going to, like, for a sec, I went to the bathroom and I came out and he was standing there. I was like, I have to. Yeah. I have to. If something happens.
Yeah. No. If something had happened, listen, if something had happened and you hadn't said anything, the guilt.
Blood's on my hands.
Exactly.
It is on my hands. Exactly. And I believe that. Ooh, no, too soon. Too soon. I almost said something real bad.
I know you almost
There's no blood on anyone's hands, but next time you see somebody on a roof, go ahead and let somebody know.
Right.
Yeah. And just say, hey, is that with you guys? Is that somebody with you guys?
Right.
Is he a cop? Is he a sniper that you have set up?
Yeah.
Maybe, I think people are embarrassed or scared to say something to look lame, like, oh, I just snarked. I just narked on somebody. I just told on somebody. Or I feel stupid because they could have been like, oh no, it's one of our deputies. Or
absolutely. Like, and I do think the thing about that is like, here's one thing about me. You're yelling at me in a parking lot. I don't care. You're, you know, whatever, like, if you're doing something that is outside of something that I am capable of handling on my own, I'm going to call the police on you.
Or seems fishy or seems like...
I am that, but like, I'm sorry, but if you are driving and you are swerving in and out of your lanes in front of me and you are being reckless and crazy, I will call that non-emergency and report you. Like, I don't think it's safe for people to be...
somebody told somebody that they saw, because people saw it and filmed it, that he was up there, somebody was up there, which we don't even know if that was really the, you know, let's not get into the conspiracies, but let's say it was, and somebody said something,
somebody's like, hey, there's a guy with a,
not just filmed
with
it,
a
not
pew.
just again, I'm not blaming these people because I know they probably feel like
it's
shit.
It's the bystander effect.
What if somebody said something?
Then
could this have
been okay, so non-conspiratorially, yes,
right, because everyone's like, that's not even...
if we take the conspiracy theory out of the equation, which is very difficult to do right now, but let's move it to the side, then yes, it could have been prevented. I don't want to,
but it also could have brought attention to their plan. I mean,
I'm like, oh no,
what? Nobody's plan.
No plan.
It still would have deflected something.
Right.
It still would have possibly changed the series of events.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I don't know.
I'm just saying. Okay, so have you ever seen...
Like, why are we afraid to say shit?
Have you ever seen Avengers Endgame?
I've seen... I don't know. I've seen Avengers.
It's the one when Thanos gets all the stones.
Yes. Of course I have. I just didn't know that's what it's called. I watch it with my children.
His favorite daughter was Gamora. And he killed her.
Yep.
To get the last stone.
Sure did.
Okay.
Sure did.
And that's all I'll say.
Threw her ass right off.
Threw her right off the cliff.
Tears in her eyes.
Tears streaming down his eyes. And I just feel like that image. I feel like that scene.
He saved her also at one point. As a child. To then
do this. He was her favorite person. He was her favorite. Okay.
It's wild.
And so I just think that scene is really important to remember.
Yeah.
Is that while Thanos sure is this giant purple alien creature, he was created by a human being person. And I don't mean this like somebody created, no. I mean, wrote the story, was a human person.
Yeah.
Who understands human experiences and emotions.
Right.
Hence forth. This is something humans are capable of doing.
Oh, 100%.
And that's what I think. I just think it's important to remember that scene. I think it's important to remember that Gamora was his favorite and he killed her anyway.
Yeah.
In order to gain what? Power.
Hey guys, we're excited to announce that we're partnering up with Tasty Gains. They have pre-workout and creatine gummies, which makes it super convenient to get it in a tasty, easy dose. So they are going to be coming out with a woman's line. So stay tuned for that and check them out at tastygains.com.
Over a century ago in 1910, the Flexner Report, funded by John D. Rockefeller and the Carnegie Foundation, re-engineered medical education from a holistic, whole-body approach, which appropriately treated the body as an interconnected system, to a compartmentalized approach under the guise of specialized medicine. They shut down or consolidated medical schools, marginalized naturopathic, homeopathic, and chiropractic medicine, replacing them with symptom management and synthetic drugs. Allopathy is a marketing strategy rooted in fear and manipulated science. This philosophy carried into veterinary medicine, resulting in over-vaccination, unnecessary surgeries, and manufactured food, just like they did for people. They call it care, but it's predatory and based in profitability. The truth? Toxicity, compromised immunity, and chronic inflammation. They're not fate. They're engineered. And so is your power to undo them. We built 3 targeted formulas to return the body to homeostasis, for pets and people, to detox, defend, and restore. We are the correction to decades of corruption. We are vengeance.
So I will say,
the soul stone, even.
That is a great point. I will say, yes, there are no exemptions. There's no loyalty in this world that we live in.
No. There's not sides anymore.
There's not sides. There's people willing to destroy people.
Yeah.
Other people, families,
Yeah.
children,
Yeah.
husbands, wives, ex-husbands.
Yeah.
There's people out there that are willing to destroy people for their own self-gratification.
Right. For greed.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, it's just for greed. Like, and
may God have mercy on their souls.
no, literally, another thing that keeps like that recently, because I've been in like my spiritual journey and stuff as well. Like, something that keeps resonating with me, and I keep hearing over and over in my head, especially as we talk about all of these kind of things, is I keep hearing that forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. And that is one of the things that it is said that Jesus said on the cross, like as he's being crucified, there he's like, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. And it didn't mean that they didn't know that they were killing him.
Right.
And it didn't mean that they didn't know they were persecuting him, but they didn't know that what they were creating was an eternity away from God. Like, right. That's what they didn't, as human mortals, I feel like that's something that is so hard for us to like grasp the concept of, is like, you don't know that the decisions that you're making are impacting you. They're impacting you in ways that you can never understand. Yeah. And that's why so many people spend so long in therapy and trying to figure out who they are. And it feels good to feel certain about something, but nothing is certain.
Nothing. Everything
that you've learned, everything that you've experienced, if you grew up and you were on the side of, like, let's say you're liberal, democratic, both of you guys grew up in that, you ended up in different places. Here's the thing. Whatever side that you're fighting for, you think you're fighting the good fight. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like,
yeah, everyone thinks that
believes that they are fighting the good fight. Yeah. And that's the thing about it, is that the only problem that is here is not that you're passionate and you want, equal rights and people to be able to do whatever they want and like all of this stuff. And it's not bad that you want to be able to protect yourself and protect your family, and like, because that's essentially like the differences. Literally, it's just you're fighting for different battles. But the thing is, you shouldn't be fighting each other for it. We should be combining together to actually make progress in the future, because I don't think that taking away guns is the way to solve problems. As a matter of fact, I'm from Texas.
Yeah.
I'm from Texas. I don't know if any of you
guys
know that.
As a matter of fact, everybody hear about Florida passing open carry? Just happened.
Well,
just happened. And
they did that in Texas in 2014.
At church group last night, we talked about we're studying James. and we were talking about judgment on others, judgment based on appearance, wealth, education, blah, blah, blah. So we're like with this open care. So we have group tables and like, then you discuss after, like, so we were talking about like with this open carry thing, naturally people are going to see a crackhead looking person all ratty having their open carry and be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
What's up with that dude? Yeah. And watch him where they're going to see a guy come in nicely dressed to the nine. Maybe he has a gun on his belt.
Little holster.
You're not going to think twice about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, who's to say one or the other has ill intentions?
Right.
But naturally, as humans, and that's what we were talking about, like why naturally as like is our natural thing to judge based on appearance, based on wealth, based on education, based on all these things. And we were like, I mean, everybody's going to do that.
Yeah. And it's because we've been indoctrined, and indoctrined is the right word. Don't clock me on that.
Yeah.
From such a long time ago, literally since Adam and Eve. After that happened, we have been indoctrined to believe that the people that have more are higher value, are better, know more. Like it, but that is not true. You just have more things. And the reason you have more things, as much as people don't like to hear this, most of the time is because generationally you were set up to have those things. There are exceptions, you know, people who like become addicts or people who like win the lottery. Really, other than that, like you have to work really,
we even
really
talked about
hard.
people that have sinned. Like,
oh yeah,
you see a woman cheat on her husband, you're like, that hoe, like blah blah blah, and it's like, well, hold on, I'm not justifying it, but hold on, I'm sure you've messed up in your life before too. Yeah. She can be forgiven, she can repent, and she can change, and she can do better. In fact, we talked about that a lot of times people that have the strongest faith, you're going to agree with this, are the people that have messed up and or been through the most.
Oh, yeah.
100%. They're going to have a different appreciation for things than somebody that hasn't.
Yeah. So that's the thing. To Bible reference, I love that Saul ended up being Paul. Do you know that?
Explain.
Saul, old name. Saul and Paul are the same person, by the way.
Okay.
Saul was
we talked about Saul last night.
A Christian murderer. Saul. He did all these things. He murdered Christians for
talked about this last night.
Years and years and years and years
Briefly.
and years. Finally repented, came to God.
Yes.
Changed his name to Paul. Now he's Apostle Paul. Now he's writing letters to the church.
Yes.
You know,
so that's really weird you brought that up because he talked about like I said, he just touched on it briefly, but he touched on that last night.
Well, then that probably means that Saul is someone that you need to. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business. It's not clocking to you. It's
not clocking. It's not clocking.
Sorry, I get this.
I'm getting it tattooed on my body.
It's not clocking to you.
It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business is going somewhere on my body.
That's so
it has to be done.
I believe you. That's actually hilarious. But it's the good part about it is that people are capable of change. However, 100%. This is the thing. Obviously, we're not asking Saul to write those letters.
Right.
No, Saul is still unrepented. Saul has still not changed. Saul is still living as Saul. And Saul S-A-U-L, not S-A-W.
No, it's S-A-U-L.
Saul, I'm country.
You're saying it right. We had a guy that worked for us named Saul, and I used to be like, Saul.
I struggle. Like it's the idiot. Same thing, like Saul. Like oil.
It's Saul.
Like saying oil.
Yeah. Oil.
I say oil.
Yeah.
So Saul is getting a little, it's the A-L-A-U-L of it all.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang it. Anyways. So, but I think that's the point is like, people don't change until they're ready to change.
Yeah. Or hit or rock bottom shit.
Or go through, this is going to suck. This is going to suck to hear. Suffering.
100%.
It's fortunate. I think the best thing you can do for someone is to wish suffering on them because they will then grow and learn
if
from
they
their
need it. Yeah.
Not just like suffer for no reason.
You must suffer.
But I think that sometimes people get so caught up in their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing. The devil's not going to make people struggle who are on his side already.
Correct.
And so that's a thing that's really. I was having a conversation the other night And I was talking to one of my friends and I was like, hey, like, blah, 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 like talking about how I learned that I'm Native American and like all this stuff, all whatever. And,
get your money, girl.
You know, that kidding. I don't have parents, you know, everything, you know, just really going through the whole, I was like, yeah, parents are really important. And they were like, yeah, actually, no, I think about that all the time with you is the fact that like, how much suffering in your life that you've had to endure, and it doesn't make sense. They're like, because you literally are like, you would never be able to tell that you've gone through everything that you've gone through. He was like, I genuinely feel so bad for you on a regular basis because you don't have parents. And I was like, I know.
Like, dude, what?
And I'm like, and it's like, but you know, I'm not like one thing I've never questioned is my faith or my belief in God.
That's why though. That's why you're flourishing. That's what.
Exactly.
Oh, weird. We're also our whole thing, or I'm not even going to tell people details because again, you ain't going to know where I go.
Yeah. Well, and I think that that's like also really important. And I also think and I think this is a wonderful example. We're talking about the same thing. Right. Okay. I'm having self-discovery and I'm coming to the same conclusion. Right. And so there must be something to it. Like you're going to church and you're learning these kind of things. I'm just actively diving into my curiosity of learning and I'm coming to the same conclusions.
You're finding the same thing I am.
Exactly. And so I think it's about self-work and I don't think it's so much 100%. About because this is the thing. Like I've given up on so many churches. I'm a table flipper.
Oh yeah. I don't blame you. And I'm lucky because this one has worked out because even our pastor says that ones. There's awful churches out there and there's awful pastors out there. And that's when you know, like if you are feeling that it's church is not what makes you spiritual Christian
it's just,
faith. Like
church
it literally
is just great
has
if you don't have people in your life to talk about God with.
Like that's part of
it's a huge
being a Christian
community is like communication and talking about God. And so I think that's like a huge part of it. And a lot of people like, you know, whether they reject the idea, whatever. The problem with me in church is one of my spiritual gifts is prophecy. Okay. And unfortunately for the people that reside there, I vocally call out visible injustices. Yeah. And I also like vocally call out hypocrisy. Yeah. And so I think
it's out there for you though. I think it is because I like maybe we'll discuss you know, and you might still find things, but so far. Yeah. So far. Yeah,
I don't think anybody is perfect or anything is perfect.
It's like it was like we were researched a lot. Yeah. We found the place we're supposed to be. These are like our people too.
And I think that's perfect. Crazy. And that's really important because, and especially right now, like with like, I feel like right now is the time that everybody really needs to stand together. Like, you know, despite any of our differences in terms of like everyone wants the good for humanity. Yeah. I genuinely don't know any person unless they're actually evul, like I know literally evil. Yeah. That don't hope for the good of humanity.
They want they want the good of them.
Exactly.
And I have seen that firsthand.
100%.
But speaking back on what you were saying about the suffering. Yeah. Even so I've even seen, remember how I think a long time ago, a couple episodes ago, I just told this story about a woman who decided to like stick through her marriage. Yeah. Right. So I've seen stories where either husband and wife or mother and child, but they go through it. They go through something. Yeah. And then the people that stood with faith can recover. Yeah. Both people can heal and change and then have even a stronger relationship than they would have ever had that not happened. Now, some people are going to criticize that and go, whoa, so something bad needed to happen for you to get close? That shit's weird. But it's real. But it happens all the time. Truly and I didn't understand it until I saw all these testimonies and or lived it myself. You can go through something and come out stronger. And you can go through something with someone and come out stronger than somebody that didn't go through something.
Well, because
and that
here's
blew
the thing.
My freaking like that got my mind going like, you always think that perfect relationship, husband and wife, right? Yeah. They're going to have the strongest relationship ever. Yeah. Not always.
No.
Not always.
Actually, I would almost guarantee you to say never.
Not always. I think that.
I actually would probably say never. Like,
then you have a husband and wife over here gone through some shit.
Yeah.
And some can't handle it. They part ways.
Right. Absolutely.
Respectable. Fine.
And that's totally
your choice.
fine. Yeah.
Some go, we're going to change. We're going to fight for this. We're going to dive into, we're going to have whatever religion, I'm not pushing it on anybody, like a godly marriage, whatever your beliefs are.
Well, that's just from that's what you're striving for in your perspective. Right. So it is life, okay for you to
say that. I'm not ashamed of it.
Yeah.
So, but I'm saying this can go for anybody.
100.
And their relationship ends up stronger
100
than the one that had no problems. And that was hard for me to wrap my head around, because I was like, but the one's going to be stronger that had no issues because they have no issues. And it's like, until I really heard like some sermons, and because they're touching on anyways.
Yeah.
But so, especially with marriage, it could be a mother and daughter. It could be a father and son, father and daughter.
Anything,
any relationship. You go through something, but you both have to be willing to fight that fight. And you both have to be willing to do it full speed, not half cocked, full speed.
100%.
And it's possible. And you could have a stronger relationship than you ever imagined. And
100%.
that really, really changed my perspective on just life in general. It's like, whoa. That's crazy, because you think that you're better off never had gone through anything,
which is
that's not always
and
the
that's
case.
the whole thing. Like, the only way to grow is to suffer. Unfortunately, the only way to grow is to go through some sort of suffering. It's like you plant a seed, they have to get through the dirt before it can reach the light. Like it is just part of life, because you don't grow, you're not more flexible unless your muscles tear a little bit. You're not like, you know what I mean?
Me and Tessa are not saying, to be clear, I want to clear something up for the record, for the record. Anybody have seen that pastor? Just, I can't. But anyways, so what we're not saying is that you can accept horrific abuse.
No.
Like all sorts of repeated infidelities.
Right.
You doing that. Toxic. We're not saying that. We're saying you go through something, you both say, we're not doing this anymore.
Right.
No matter, like I said, parents, husbands, wives,
the situation.
We're not doing this anymore. We are going to fight the enemy and for ourselves and for each other. And you can have a strong relationship. So we're not saying or condoning allowing any type of crazy shit.
You should not
repeatedly.
be a doormat. You shouldn't be walked over.
So just because I thought that of that lady that one time. I was like, well, is she just like allowing this guy to have done that? And I'm like, oh, I judged her. And now I see what she did and why she did it and what he did and now I am like, okay, there goes do not judge.
The realization,
or you will be judged.
They're both human beings.
Yes.
They're going to mess up. So I think
in fact, the ones that don't mess up, you should be a little sus about.
Don't mess up. Okay.
Should be a little sus about. You probably don't even know. Well,
I think that's the point. One of my favorite quotes about love is from Edgar Allan Poe, which, funny enough, which doesn't seem like it would be, but he says something along the lines of, and I know I'm going to misquote it a little bit. He says something along the lines of, I want you to show me the darkest, most monstrous side of who you are and let me love you anyway.
Right.
And I think that's so beautiful.
Right.
But that doesn't mean like...
Yes, but people take things out of context.
I was like...
Take it out of context.
All and I don't care
show me your rawness and your mistakes and your flaws.
Right.
And then I can decide, I'm going to love you anyways.
Right.
And that doesn't mean that defines you, but let's work on those flaws together.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you can just be a beast and
right.
I have to accept you for that also.
Right.
Like
right.
there's context there.
No,
like, that's not what he's saying.
Accept that you made mistakes and I accept that you will make mistakes.
Right.
And I accept that the worst version of yourself, even though, here's the thing. This is why I love it. God can love you. I don't have to. But the worst version of yourself is still worthy of love. Is still worthy of love.
Yeah.
Of God's love. And the thing is, I would rather you be 100% of who you are.
Yeah.
And I love that person.
Yeah.
Like if you are an atrocious human being and I know all of those things about you and I choose to still love you, that is what that is about. Not I have to love you even though you're
yes.
Yeah. So that's the difference between the two. Like, I definitely take it, and I mean it as, I want to fully accept you exactly as who you are. Those skeletons that you hide in your closet, those monsters that live under your bed. Like, I want you to know that you're not alone in having to face those anymore.
Right.
And I think that is like such a beautiful thing, but also like that the whole thing, like, you have to, you can't fully know someone unless you know those things about them. And the people that don't struggle in their relationships or like anything like that, I believe they're feel like there's like a level of depth that's missing. There's like, they're great partners, they're great friends,
right? You don't see that,
but I don't feel the lovers. Like, I feel they
can even be great parents,
right?
They have a great house, beautiful house, beautiful, everything. They go on their anniversary trips and they go out to their date nights, and I'm telling you, people that have gone through some
usually
shit,
one of them is keeping a big secret,
or
both. I'm just kidding.
They don't know. Yeah, exactly. Keeping a big secret, or something has happened in the past that they don't know about. Like, I'm telling you.
Yeah, exactly. And the other part about it is, like, I do feel like when people are having those conversations of like, these are my boundaries, these are what I'm okay with, these are what I'm not okay with. One thing, hold on, just briefly about boundaries. Boundaries are for you. They're not for the other person. Yeah. So a boundary isn't, you can't speak to me that way. I don't like when you speak to me that way, so you're not going to speak to me that way. That's not the boundary. The boundary is, if you speak to me that way, I will leave.
Right. So you choose what you want to do from there.
Leave. Exactly.
Like,
so that's the boundary. And so I think that people get confused on that too. But I do think that, like, people that have those conversations, they're like, I don't like this, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want that.
My therapist said that's the worst thing you could do.
It's horrendous, because then if this person, like, for me, for example, I have been on dates. I'm not going to say the amount or whatever, but I've been on dates with people, and several times, immediately people are like, well, I don't want a girl who's this, and I don't want a girl who's that, and I don't want a girl who's this. And like, I'm here to tell you, like, I'm every girl. I'm just like other girls. Like, this is the thing. People are like, I'm not like other girls. No, most girls are so freaking similar. Yeah. We're going to have the same, well, I don't like when girls PMS. I'm like, I don't like having a period. Right. Do you think I like PMSing? Right. Like, but it's just stuff like that. Like, when you start, and then now, what's happening is, if I have feelings for this person and I'm PMSing, I'm like, okay, well, I can't let them know that I'm PMSing. I'm not allowed to PMS because I don't want to upset them at anything. And so now I'm starting to live in a shell.
Let me tell you what my therapist said too on that. She said, you're teaching them how to manipulate you. Mm-hmm. So if you tell a man, this is my boundary, he's like, well, I know what to really hide. I know what to not bring up. I know what. She's like, you're teaching them how to manipulate you. Just let things happen organically.
100%.
And obviously you can say things like, you know what? It really kind of makes me uncomfortable when you follow models on Instagram. Yeah. You can have boundaries. Yeah. But when you meet someone and you go, this, right. Now you've taught them how to manipulate you. Exactly. Doesn't mean you can never voice something that makes you uncomfortable. 100%. Again, context.
Well, yeah. Also, because, and this is an unpopular opinion, people pleasing is manipulation. Yep. It's manipulation. Yep. You're telling me that you don't like the way that I do something, but when you're around me, you just like, act like whatever, just because you don't, you want to avoid a confrontation. Well, you're not showing me who you actually are. Yeah. And you're manipulating me into thinking that you're this, like you
said, the PMS thing. Yeah. Like now you're going to reserve yourself in certain ways to please that person.
Yeah, because you want to manipulate their view of you. Yeah. And that's hard to hear. Well, I'm not trying to be it doesn't matter if you're trying. Intention doesn't matter here. Right. The thing is, when you are suppressing yourself or subduing yourself in order to appease another person, that's manipulation. Yeah. Because you're making that person believe that this is who you are, but that's not who you are.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why I say, I know that there's going to be people out there that are going to be like, no, our relationship's perfect. And I don't know about perfect, but like, no, my wife does not have any secret.
We never fight. We never did this.
Yeah,
we never did that.
Of course we bicker sometimes. Yeah. We have little arguments, but other than that, like, I'm telling you, your relationship is not going to be as strong as somebody else's that has gone through some shit, like losing a business, like some shit, slander.
Yeah, and I do also hate how people think that the only thing
strong your fucking relationship is.
I think it's really
got me cursing
stupid
again.
No, that's probably my bad. I've let out so many.
No, I've been man, I've been doing good.
I've literally I think sorry.
Also, I just looked over ADHD and then your puff on the tasting.
Well, because it was to remind us to talk about the test. So that's why this is here.
Oh, it's a reminder.
Yeah,
I die
to put a pin
everywhere.
in it. So I did. I put a little pin. Anyways,
because we jump, and we know we jump.
Yeah.
Because I never even finished the story about the guy at church. I kind of did, but
but I'm sure we'll wrap it up. So that's the other thing about it. It's just like I lost my train of thought. I was searching for it. I was like, maybe if I just say the same sentence over and over again, it'll come back to me. But then it surely did not. Should we bring up the test since we brought up the pen?
Yeah. I was like about ADHD. I go on an ADHD rant and then you forget what you're talking about.
I don't even remember what I was talking about.
You're like, if I just say this
I had a good point. All my points are good. Sorry.
Dang it.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm sure it was going to tie back into this. Like, I know that it would. It will always come back.
So yeah. So anyways, everybody needs to just not judge and also know your facts. Know what, because like I said, I judge somebody and I like look back and I look at like their situation. And I'm like, oh, especially now digging deeper in faith and like learning about how this really works and has such power behind it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's why you don't judge people. Cool. Yeah, got
100%.
it. Learned my lesson.
I think I used to say, I know I say this all the time. I always used to be like, oh, I would never.
Oh my God.
You know how much I never all the time. Never. I'm like, I'd never and never. And there I go. Never and again.
Before we bring up the test, we'll lead into this with that because I'm sorry. It's in the, you know what? I'm not sorry. I don't know why I say that. I don't really care who wants to hear it or doesn't want to hear it.
Because you're a woman.
Charlie Kirk's wife. Yeah. She made a statement. Okay. There is people on all sides as usual, criticizing and praising. Okay. Yeah. That's not what I'm about to say. No. What I'm about to say is that I've seen people on both sides say things like, oh, I would have said this, or I wouldn't have said that, or I would have never done this or never. Okay. Let me tell you from someone who watched the father of their son brutally die and bleed out on the ground. Publicly, yes, outside of our home with people watching and drones flying over from the neighbors and people looking over the wall. Okay, so I am not on the caliber. Okay, I'm not comparing myself, but let me tell you, you don't know what the F you're going to do, say, or how you're going to act. Right. So shut your mouth right now. I'm telling you on both sides. Nobody knows what you're going to do in a situation. There was a point where I was sitting there and I wasn't even, I probably looked like a maniacal psychopath because I was calm. Yeah. And there's chaos around me. Right. I'm calm because I had gone into complete shock at that point. Yeah. So some people said she wasn't crying enough. I didn't cry for 3 hours after that because I don't even know where I was. So you don't know in a situation how you will react and what you will do. So don't tell me you will. Because that shit drives me crazy. Like you said, that I would never do that. My kids are never going to do this. No. My kids are never going to have iPads. Well, let me tell you something. When you're sitting in a restaurant and your kid's jumping off the freaking chair and you want to give them an iPad, no big deal. Get over it.
Yeah, no, literally.
Get over it.
My only qualm with that is please don't put it on full volume if we're in Benihana's.
Well, yeah, that's annoying. And also, please don't make that their only source of interaction with other things. However,
no, that was just a personal dig that happened to me one time. We were at a Korean barbecue place, and
Korean barbecue.
It was so good. I love grilling. We should go.
I need a Korean barbecue partner because nobody understands
how good it is.
I had a Korean barbecue place that knew. Yeah, I knew my name.
There's this one called Gu or something like that. I think that's where we were.
This was called Shinobu, and it was
like Wagyu beef. Oh my God, I love Korean barbecue. But I was there for a birthday party once, like an adult birthday party, obviously. Yeah. And there was a kid sitting in the same
blasting the iPod
room. Literally, I'm not kidding. I think they had a speaker playing for the iPad. Like, I think they like set up one of those little JBL speakers. Yeah, the little JBL sponsor us. No,
yeah. You could hear. You could probably hear the music from the garage right now because Tyler's working out.
Oh yeah, JBL out in that garage.
We got a JBL out there.
Yeah. Literally, they like set it up. They even maybe got those giant speakers that like are like at a performance, and they were like, "Hey, you can play Subway Surfer for a fucking hour straight." And so to the point where like us at the other table, because it was like across the room, so it was literally like was probably at least from, I'm trying to think of like points of reference that everyone can see. So it's literally probably at least from like here over to like the window from like it's a decent amount away to where we shouldn't have been able to hear every single sound effect that this phone was making. Right. But it got to the point where each of us picked a different sound effect, and every time it would play, we'd be like mimicking the sound for it. And I'm like, dude, it got to the point we had to start laughing about it, because I'm like, if this doesn't end soon, I was like, because you borderline could not talk to people because it would just be like, ding, 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 and I'm like,
yeah, that's rude. I usually
come on.
Well, we have a rule too, like when he's eating, like it's not out. But if we're like waiting,
but I don't care if people give kids iPads.
It needs to be like I can't hear it.
Yeah, give them 2 iPads, make them play 2 games at once. Right. Let's work on that dual.
I could care less. Like, but
one iPad per
I
hand.
Don't want to hear it myself sitting at the same table.
Yeah.
So
and I understand some kids don't put on headphones. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Like they don't like that, but
also, I mean, they could solve the problem with just like you can't have it. So
yeah, or just turn the volume off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I mean, there's options.
Yeah, there's so many visual things that you can do that like it's totally fine. Yeah. Like because trust and believe, my nephew, he likes to jump.
So, like at the in a restaurant?
Yeah, but like on the seats he likes to jump. Anywhere. Like hotel room, jump. Seats, jump. And he like jump.
I mean, Logan likes jumping, but I guess he knows time and place.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
how old is he?
Logan's also a really good kid. My nephew just turned 6, so same age.
I mean, it starts to calm down. It does. Yeah. Like 3, 4, like they do still have that like, but why can't I kind of bounce around? Like, which is normal, and kids can do that.
He's like anytime he hears music, I'm gonna dance kid. Aww. And it's really cute. But he's also like kind of tall for his age too. So like
they're like, you look way older.
Who is this dancing little baby?
But I mean, kids were not meant to be locked down in a friggin' cage like school.
Yeah.
I mean, AKA school, for 8 hours a day. But
schools and prisons look exactly the same. I said it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Minus the bars. Well, sometimes
80% of homeschool kids. And so I was talking to a mom last night, and I was like, I'm definitely considering, because she was like, oh my gosh, it is awesome. We love it. There's things
when they have the coalitions, like,
it's they not just
I don't agree with like only your kid at your home only, and you never let them leave and never let them make friends.
Right.
That's weird. I've actually seen it live in action. I have happens.
2, and I could tell the difference between 2 that were at our table.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know who. Some people know. Okay, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you don't have to go further than that.
Some people know about.
Yeah.
I think I've told, and Tyler's like, okay,
yeah. LOL, our yeahs at the same time.
Yeah. Let's just stop there.
But yeah, I think.
But I really want to say what I wanted to say.
I think people still need social interaction,
100%.
regardless, because I'm sorry, but people do need to know that everything they say isn't found funny by everyone.
Well, yeah, you need social.
You need to understand like how to read a room.
Social acceptance, but social awareness.
Awareness, that's a great word. Yeah, social awareness. Yeah, because I don't care. Like, you don't have to try to live a life where people accept you,
right?
But you should be able to read a room, and know whether or not like these are your people.
Yeah.
Trust me, because I have made some banger jokes recently and did not read the room. I did not read the room, and was it very hilarious? Yes. Did I almost come to tears at my own joke? Yes. Was it well received by every single person?
Maybe not.
Most of them. But I should have read the room. I should have read the room. I was like, oh, okay, you're gonna go tweet about this, aren't you?
Test that you took.
Yes. Okay. So I've been seeing a lot of stuff online, and you know, everybody has like their like political discourse, and they're like, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that.
Right.
Like, well, I stand for this and I stand for that. I don't think people actually know what they stand for.
No.
Okay. So I've been seeing this test go around TikTok.
Some do, but most don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've been seeing this test go around TikTok, and it's the pewresearch.org. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, it's 16 questions, and it kind of like puts you
I'll
in
give
a category.
my results next week.
Yeah.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
Keep you at the edge
You're
of your
only
seat.
getting one of our results this time, and you're not gonna like it. Anyways, so that's mine. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 categories.
Okay.
I think. Did I not count?
It's like a little bar
9
that you fall on.
So on one end of the bar is the progressive left, and on the opposite end of the bar is the faith and flag conservatives. Okay.
Yeah, we're talking
conservative. We're talking extremist. Okay. So in order from left to right, the categories are progressive left, establishment liberals, democratic mainstays, outsider left, stressed sideliners, ambivalent.
Let me see it.
Ambivalent. Thank
okay.
you. I got it. Ambivalent right.
You just needed to have a little pressure put on
Yes,
you.
thank you. I work well under pressure.
Yeah.
Populist right, committed conservatives, and faith and flag conservatives. Okay. So I took this test. I have been saying from the beginning, guys, I'm not left, I'm not right, I'm not left, I'm not right. And I literally have stood on business so hard on that. And it's not changing because I literally got middle center. I literally got centrist. And it's basically sideliners hold a mix of conservative and liberal values.
Yeah.
I do. I'm bisexual and I'm from Texas.
You're literally the mix of
I am literally
both
the
sides.
mix of both. Like, I'm literally a half gay girl from Texas who grew up in church, and also my mom was a stripper. What
you
do you
be
want?
More both sides than
like
anyone on this planet.
I am the fence. I'm not standing on the fence. I'm literally like
you are the fence.
You're
the fence that people hop over to go one side or the other.
I'm not the fence. I'm the bridge that unites us all.
That's true.
And I'll hold everyone's
I can't
hand.
wait to take the test.
Oh, I know. I have a feeling I know which one you're going to end up on, but I think.
And now
that
here's the thing with this test, guys.
Yeah.
Be honest, because you could probably try to sway it.
Yeah, you can sway what your answers are going to be. It just takes a little bit of common sense to know, if I was a liberal, I would answer this way, or if I was a Democrat, I would answer this way.
But I'm going to answer it honestly.
Honestly, as honest as you possibly can, because here's the thing. You're not cheating me, you're cheating yourself.
Right.
Because people want to know where they stand, and they want to know what they believe. Like, you need to know where you are. I think everybody should take it. It's pewresearch.org, pewresearch.org. Look for the political whatever test.
Yeah.
You can find it. It's easy. Like, I'm not your mom. Just do it. It's easy. I told you the website. You can find it.
And then comment your results.
Yeah.
Comment what you thought you were, and then comment if the results were accurate.
Yeah, because honestly, I'm going to be so real. I thought, like, genuinely, I thought that I was going to be outsider left. I really thought that I was going to be not like quite center, but a little bit more left-leaning center, just because of what, like, there are just a couple things that I believe in that I feel like conservatives don't necessarily have the same viewpoints as, but also there are some things that I don't believe in that my liberal friends might stab me over. So,
which, I mean, you kind of just said it yourself.
Yeah.
You just said that one side isn't going to stab you, and you said the other side will stab you. Right here, ladies and gentlemen.
The middle. No.
Got them.
No.
Got them. Got them. Finally got them.
I feel like that one girl that was arguing.
I'm going to clip that in with the got them.
No, literally. Read them in a week, boys. Like,
just saying. Just came out of her mouth.
No, literally
didn't come out of my mouth.
No.
Came out of Tessa's mouth.
No, it did come out of my mouth. Unfortunately, I'm sorry,
said
guys.
That her liberal friends will stab her. Okay?
They scare me a little. But
she didn't say her conservative friends will, though.
My conservative friends love me.
Just Dun, 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 dun. I'm like over here dancing.
My conservative friends love me because I'm just crazy enough.
We finally got them.
Oh my God. No, that's actually hilarious. I feel like that one girl who was, I'm not going to name any country at all whatsoever, but back in a time ago, at some point in time in history, there was this girl that was debating whether or not something that was happening was a genocide.
Oh.
And she said, she said, blah, 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 blah. And that's like, to compare that to the genocide that's going on and she goes,
oh, like she was going to spill the beans.
No. She was like, it's not a genocide. It's not a genocide. It's not a genocide. Oh. And then they were like, well, blah, 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 blah.
And
like,
then she said,
what about all these things that happened before?
Got him.
And she goes like, you can't compare that to the genocide that's happening. And she goes,
literally visibly puts her hand.
Yeah. And she's like,
yeah, isn't that interesting?
So it is a genocide. Like,
interesting.
I was like, that's crazy. And people hate that word, but like, you don't even know what I'm talking about. Like,
they don't even
I watch so much anime that you don't even know that I could be talking about Attack on Titan.
Oh, it's okay. Cause now they're blaming Halo, the game Halo, for how good he was at shooting.
It was like the 2007 song about Beyonce. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if it's 2007, but they're blaming Halo.
Beyonce.
They're blaming Beyonce for everything. No. I know Halo. Halo's like doing a collab with Fortnite.
Like, you guys are fucking I'm sorry. I got me cursing again. You're gonna say a video game can teach you how to get the.
No, here's the thing. You know what I will say could contribute that's not actually shooting guns? Maybe paintball?
No. Still no.
Could no, I'm great at paintball and I'm bad at shooting guns. So
there's recoil, there's things and
yeah. No, there's so much things.
No.
There's so many things. But yeah, we can't really go down the conspiracy theory.
I can't. I don't have the strength.
Yeah, and we do need to wrap it up pretty soon.
We are Let's just wrap it up.
Yeah, we should wrap it up there.
I want y'all to take the test.
I stuck my foot in my mouth. We should wrap it up.
Tessa just blew the lid off the whole liberal party.
I'm sorry.
All her friends are going to hate her now because she said that's what they do. I'm just kidding. She didn't say that.
She literally just said that every liberal wishes her downfall. And
yeah, I mean,
she literally I will say said they all carry knives on them.
Other grown-ups wishing anybody's downfall is the cuckest behavior that you can possibly have. It's not even liberal.
Yeah.
You're a cuck.
100 thing for sure, for certain, I know that I'm not, is a cuck. And trust me, I've been in situations where I could have been, and I chose violence. So, I am absolutely not. I'm absolutely not. But yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Share. Just cancel us, really. I really
no, honestly, I'm ready for it. Like,
cancel culture.
I woke up and I chose violence today. No, literally, I woke up and I chose violence today. I said some egregious thing. Like, this weekend just hasn't. I'm 30 now, y'all.
She's a new woman.
I'm a new woman.
She's a new woman.
I've been 30 for 6 days.
She can't. No turning back.
No, literally.
Until you're ready to time travel, like you say.
Yeah, because it does exist. And then I'm going back to my 6th birthday. I'm going to give that little girl a hug because she did not deserve what happened at 9/11. I'm sorry. I really have to stop because this is actually, I've said too much already.
Just cancel us.
Everybody knew that I was going to do this. Everybody knew that I would end up here saying things on the internet that I shouldn't be saying. Don't,
when you said don't, I wanted to be like, don't go chasing waterfalls.
That's the first song I ever listened to.
That's weird.
As I came out of the womb. Not at that moment, but like, hand me the baby. MTV's on. Psh, I'm crying. My mom turns up the music. I stop crying.
Whoa.
Isn't that weird?
And I just had it come to me.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's it.
All of you go away.
Yeah. Why are you still here? Leave.
Go away.
Leave. Why are you still here?
Oh my God. Instead of telling Tyler done so he can turn off everything, I said bye. Because I was saying what we're saying and I didn't mean to.
That's so funny.
Bye.
That actually is hilarious.
Did you do your bye?
Yeah, I did bye. Bye.
That doesn't sound very.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
In the shadows, I found my light. the chaos, I found